I think it finally works. Are we live? I think we're live, right? Oh, this feels so good. Is it real? Yeah, we're live! Woohoo! Oh, damn, this was hard. Oh, my. Whew! That was certainly not a joyful experience. So, what's up, Simonics, and welcome back to a new stream. Actually, in a very, very unexpected stream today. That's probably why I encounter all the problems. But actually, I tried the stream as always. But I don't know, for some reason it didn't connect to YouTube, so I started a stream twice, and then everything went down from there. And I had duplicate keys, I had to unlink YouTube, but luckily, I think we're back, so if you're in the chat, if you can see this, please say a little hello in the chat so I know that it's actually working right now. That would be really helpful. So, hello to the 5 people watching in here. Oh, this was so... Really, please. I hope you're in there. Just sending quickly out the message to all the followers. Thanks! Oh, that was fast. Thanks for subscribing. Okay, let's put this. Hello, Tanmoy. Yes, I'm happy to see someone actually write something. So that means it really works. Like, I was so shocked that it's not working. Really? So, I can't imagine how happy I am right now to see that it works. Hey, Jiminko. Hey, Pedro. Yeah, everything like this whole stream scared me. This whole setup. So, really happy that it works now. Wow. Glad we're in here. How are you doing? We had a stream pause of about 2-3 weeks. I was a bit ill, and then I was on vacation, and actually I wanted to cancel for today as well, because yesterday I didn't feel good, so after the vacation I didn't feel well. But actually yesterday overnight and today I felt good. I felt good again, so I thought let's just jump on a stream. I haven't prepared a lot for today. Bonjour Nathaniel Pambo. I haven't prepared very much, but there's a lot going on that I actually want to talk with you about in the dev world. So I just called it the Mobile Dev News stream. So we're gonna start once we're 10 or 15. We're gonna be pretty soon 10, I guess. So let's wait a second more. From where in the world are you tuning in today? I'm as always in beautiful Germany. It is today 17 degrees and actually sun outside, although the fall season started. However, when I'm a bit ill or tired or anything of that, I usually have very cold hands. I discussed this with Simon recently on our podcast. So today I made a change because I wanted to record like a very long tutorial, and I made a change. So how can I show you this? Can I don't know, switch to a different cam? I guess I can't. So let me do this. So what I did is, number one, I cleaned up my old small Apple keyboard, because what I noticed is that while I had this keyboard before, I'm actually just using like half of it, probably like 2/3. And that's like my hands. This is actually not a good idea, so I don't really need this whole area, and the rest is also a bit bigger. Now, if I use this one, I'm just gonna have this part pretty much. So that was step number 1 in my journey. And why did I did this? So I could have my mouse closer to my keyboard. And why do I want to have this? Number 1, because like sitting like this is of course not as good as just sitting like this. And because I'm destroying my whole setup right now. And because, tension, now we have a drum roll or something? No, I don't think I have a drum roll. And because I recently purchased this here, can we see this in the stream? I think. This, my friends, is a heat map. A heat map. I'm putting this below my keyboard and below my mouse, which I do right now, right in this moment. And now I have warm hands. I can put my hands on this and my hands warm. This is amazing. I know probably people from countries that don't really have fall or winter season can't imagine this, but coding with cold hands is so annoying. So I got this heat map, and now I got the small keyboard and the mouse. Everything fits on this, and I've been able to record a really nice YouTube video earlier this day, just because I have warm hands, and this feels so good. So if you're from somewhere where it's cold, or you suffer from cold hands in like at some point in the year, go get a heat map and put it below your stuff. It is awesome, and it's actually like 20-30 euros, something like this. Really quite cheap. So good evening to India. Hey Prasad, hey Bruno, welcome everyone to the stream. 90 people on the stream. I think it's time to dive into a bit of what I was thinking about today. So we're gonna start with a blank new Ionic application. Actually, let's do this. Ionic start, I don't know. Stream check. Gonna do a blank application, and we're gonna use type Angular today. Because there's actually stuff that I want to show you on the, there's a new Ionic version, and there is a new tool from Ionic called Trapeze that they kind of revealed lately. So we're gonna talk about that as well. Besides that, what I wanted to show you as well, right now, can we have another drum roll? Ionic. Right now, if you've been a previous member of the Ionic Academy, and I think like, well, the people on the stream are you're kind of very special people anyway, so you kind of count to that as well. There is currently this week a special, and you can get this special with the following link: Ionic Academy special. Actually, I would really like someone to do the writing here in my chat. So this is a special because right now you can get a special offer for the Ionic Academy. You can get the first month for just $10. Usually 25 is the usual subscription per month. You can now get a subscription with a first month for just $10. Afterwards, it's the regular, with a code comeback22. And the code is applied if you use the link that I just posted to the chat. So this is a very special offer I'm currently running for previous Ionic Academy members, and I just count the people on this stream to those very special people. So if you want to check it out, link in pinned to the top, Ionic Academy special. Give it a try. We just have today or tomorrow a new course coming. Course library, let's check it out. A new course on React, actually. Yeah, it's actually available. Ionic React Out with API integration. With a real user authentication context, tab bar, everything. Pretty much everything you need to know about using Ionic React and starting your first application. So if you're into Ionic React, the offer is even better for you. Otherwise, anyway, there are a lot of new things, new courses, as always, coming every month, new templates to check out that you might have missed if you've been a member before. So go check it out. Now, let's move on to more Ionic updates, which we can find on the Ionic blog. Just today, or yesterday, and this kind of brought me to the idea that, yeah, we definitely have to talk sooner than later about new Ionic stuff. Ionic 6.3. Oh, this is not a good idea. Like, I don't know if... I don't know if you have the COVID warn app in your country, but I just got a push notification, and whenever you get a push notification on your watch, it says, oh, there are news in your COVID application. It's always you had a contact with someone. So I actually don't know where, but apparently like a week or something ago I had a comment. Well, I haven't felt well all last time. Oh, and by the way, to feeling down today, I also got a shot in this arm and in this one. Flu, COVID. So I just wanted to say a little hello to you last time today in case tomorrow I'm lying flat. Hey Muhammad, glad to see someone in here from the last stream. Hello Oliver to Vienna. Yes, let's, Oliver, good idea. We're gonna look at Trapeze. By the way, there's also an Ionic Conf coming up next month, so you should take that survey, certainly. I just quickly wanted to take a look at Ionic version 6.3 and show you what's new. Actually, I don't know what's new myself. I just looked at this for like a second. What do we call our application? Something with stream check probably. I should probably use better names in the future. Okay, let's make this something like this. And let's see. I really hope that the template. Oh no, Ionic Angular 6.1.9. Do we have to do anything special for this, or just run the update? npm install. Maybe probably make this a bit bigger. npm install add Ionic Angular at latest. It should give us 6.3, right? Yeah, 6.3. And Ionic serve. Let's see. I don't know if I need to update Angular to 15. Maybe to use something. Okay. Hey from Cuba. Hey Adrian. Where's my? You know what? I really like to use Arc, but for debugging, sometimes. Where are we running? Oh, we're running on this port. For debugging, I sometimes like this more. Let me check. Where's the preview? Oh, that's a bad place for the preview. Probably somewhere here. Okay, what is new? Tell me, what's new in Ionic? Let's go to the top. We have Angular standalone component routing. We added experimental support for standalone components with routing. That means, what does this mean? Load component. Okay, this has been load module before, right? Load children. Yeah, it has been load children before, and now it's load component. So you're loading standalone components as a pass. Okay, yeah, standalone components are the latest, coolest thing. Okay. But you need to inject this environment injector. Okay, cool. Header text for multiple date selection. We've enhanced the header text of Ion datetime to inform users of their selected date or dates when using show default. It's actually pretty cool. Can we just drop this Ion datetime somewhere in our page? Let's see. Get rid of all of this. Okay. Yes, 2 days, 3. That's cool. I think multiple date selection was something a lot of you wanted to have with the Ion datetime. Multiple date selection with datetime button. Oh yeah, that's the datetime button with the popover, right? I actually enjoyed that one more. So if you have a button, that button just triggers your datetime stuff. You should you'll probably have this with an ngIf or something. I don't know. This definitely used to work better than this. But anyway, yeah, we can select multiple dates. Cool. Range knob focus, active or hovered indication. Well, that's actually pretty cool. Users will see an indicator. That's nice. Actually, this one is pretty cool. I read about this before and posted about this from Einfach Hans. I don't know, Hans, are you watching? Probably not. I think he's very busy and working on some contribution. We can now do something asynchronous before the Ion alert is dismissed. I'm gonna give this a try. Let's see. Oh, I haven't written Ion code for a long time, actually. Ion button, how does this work? I've written React Native and stuff all day long. Show alert, something like this. Show alert. Okay, and then we go to the home page. Show alert. This is probably an asynchronous. Yeah, async. You need to inject the alert controller. Still know how this works. Still know. Also the loading controller. And by the way, can I tell you one thing? My hands are so nice warm. This is so epic. I like this so much. Okay. Loading, const loading. Present does not exist. Yeah, we should probably add a... Oh, there's a bug in your code, right? There should be an await here. You'll have the Mario cap in the background, Justin. Oh, I actually got a new cap just lately. And by the way, oh, hey, oh no. If you like the Mario cap, what do you say about this one? Isn't this like a beauty? Like, I do have a different cam, right? Where's the side cam? Here's the side cam. This epic. I think I got this on a second-hand stuff. Pokemon. I haven't wear it, but it's epic. Like, I don't know, it's really epic. But by the way, I got this one new. Da, da, da. They've been very nice to send me this epic super bass hat. So in my collection of hats, I now have Ionic, Mario, Pokemon, and super bass. I really need a Star Wars hat. I think, like, I'm a big Star Wars fan. I don't know why I have anything from Star Wars in there. I think that's the next thing I need. Super Mario Vans. Yeah, Trapeze, exactly. We're gonna get to Trapeze in a second. So we got the loading here. Let's try if we can fake this with a set timeout. Oh, and then like 3 seconds. Then we're gonna dismiss the loading. This won't work. Or at least I don't think it will work like this. Hey you! I did fix that error issue. Await alert present does not exist. But I don't have a problem here. Oh, yeah. Wait. Okay, show alert, example. I close it, then we have the loading. Yeah. Usually if I would wait, this would work differently. Can we somehow wait for this? But anyway, I think it's a cool new feature. I don't want to spend like an hour on this new feature now. Okay. We can now submit a form outside the form. I never knew why this wasn't possible. But yeah, that's pretty easy, like connected with an ID. I don't know. Like, this seems to be now Ionic specific. It might confuse people coming from general web development. Oh well, it's okay. What's next? Let us know on GitHub repository. Hans, you already made a comment. Nice. Okay, we're just gonna continue with this application. What I want to do is I'm gonna add, first of all, just like we usually do, the native platforms. So let's run Ionic cap add iOS. This should add Capacitor and Ionic cap add Android. We probably also need to run an Ionic build since we don't have a build folder yet. So let's do an Ionic build. This should actually be pretty fast in our case. And then we can get into Trapeze. Okay, there we go. Let's do an Ionic cap sync to sync all the changes. And then I want to do something else. Our repository is a Git repository anyway. So in order to show the changes of Trapeze, which I already did in one of the videos, we're gonna do git add dot before Trapeze. Okay, and now I'm gonna add an existing local repository. We got the stream code, stream check, this was the repository. Because now we can see it in here, and if anything in here changes, we can directly see it in our Git view. This is source tree, by the way. Okay, oh, this is where my head is. Well, probably like here. Okay, let's check out Trapeze. I've made a video about this when it was called Capacitor Configure. So configure your mobile apps with confidence. We should probably zoom into this a bit. A simple, easy to use native mobile project configuration tool and API. I have to tell you, again, I used it when it was called Capacitor Configure, so I have no idea what changed. I'm going into Trapeze pretty much without any idea, just like you. I just know that it makes easier to like set your bundle ID to add entitlements, plist stuff, and make these changes pretty much like Cordova did in the past, but now with Trapeze. Like Capacitor always said they don't want to do the Cordova magic to change your native projects, but now you can do it with Trapeze. And they don't call it Capacitor Configure anymore because they actually want to use this for Swift, Flutter, React Native, Kotlin, other platforms as well. And welcome a very special person on the stream. Welcome Brad. Brad tuning in from Japan. So in Japan it's probably nighttime already. So thanks for checking in, Brad. Brad, by the way, is working on the Banana project. I talked about this on our podcast. This is the Academy 2.0 project. I haven't revealed the actual name and the domain, but I do have a name and I do have a domain. And Brett is working with me. Well, mostly he is working, and I'm just looking at it and saying it's good or not good. He's working on the UI for that new platform. So happy to see you in here, Brett. And looking forward to the next iteration already. All right, Trapeze. The native blah blah blah, modify blah, install. There we go. As far as I know, there are two ways to use this. At least there were in the past. So there's this configuration using a configuration tool. This package use exactly. There's also the project API. So with the project API, you can do a lot of changes yourself by writing code like this. The configuration tool, on the other hand, is a bit easier, and you just need a YAML file. So let's see. Java home, I hope that's set. Then, assuming you have a Trapeze YAML configuration, use the run command to process it. Okay. Oh no, I just saw the red warning. Let's do a config YAML then. New config.yaml. And putting in this for now. Changes can be private using the --diff flag to see unified diff. That's cool. I have to supply this? I'm gonna find out. However, why does the installation take so long? .yaml. Oh, okay, thanks for the correction, Cybernetic. Good catch, good catch. That happens when you get 2 shots on one day. You just feel Why? Why are you so slow? Okay, while this is loading, let's talk about one more thing. I made a gigantic video this week called Build and Deploy a Meme Creator in React.js with Material UI for Web Native App with Capacitor. This has been a paid promotion with Rapid API. You most likely know Rapid API. So if you want to do me a favor, check out this video and also share it with your React friends. Epic React Guide. This is really like, it really took very long to put together this video, and it didn't really took off the first day, probably because it's like almost 3 hours. In the past, Rapid API never worked. Well, for me, it actually did work. So I know, by the way, I'm also using an extension from Rapid API, so they're doing pretty well. They have a cool new hub where you can also sell your own API and stuff like that. So I actually enjoyed using it. And throughout this video, we're doing a lot of things with React. So it's actually also a nice introduction if you're interested in React. We do this, we build up the nice Material UI, which works on the web and on mobile. And in the end, we also add Capacitor. So I think it's really a great video. I just hope that it reaches the right people. Anyway, Trapeze finally finished installation. So no, this is not what we want. I'm still trying to get used to the new Apple keyboard because like there's still a little difference now. But let's go back to this. Okay, we want to run this npx trapeze run config YAML. Actually, there needs to be an A in the YAML file. Don't confuse me. There needs to be an A. Android project is under Android. iOS project is under iOS app. And I want to see. No, I just want to run it. No. Oh, do I know? Okay, this is adding the file. Okay, this is add Trapeze. I just want to have a clean repository before we want to run this. Okay, updated. Applying these changes will modify your source file. We recommend committing. I did commit anyway. Okay, so let's check out. This is our git diff. Can I zoom into this as well? No, I can't. You have to live with that. But it changed the Android app build Gradle and set the version name. It changed the manifest file and did nothing really in there. It changed the info plist, just a little correction, and it changed the marketing version name inside Xcode. So if I now open iOS, I should maybe see right here the 16.4 version that we had in the YAML. And I think this is nothing big, but make it dark mode. Good point, good point. Can I make source tree dark mode? Can I make source tree dark mode? Where is it? Appearance. Oh, there. Yeah. Can you see it better like this? I could also make Xcode dark mode. I usually have dark mode only enabled for how can I switch this? Appearance. Oh, it's always system, yeah. Okay. So so we see the changes, and I think this shows the like the power of Trapeze. It's nothing big like what we did here, but just having the feeling of from one YAML file you can configure your native iOS and Android project somehow. This is pretty great. So they have also an example YAML configuration. I'm just gonna go and reset this stuff. So we can write up a little YAML file our own. Oh, what is this? I just want to include some stuff. So for example, there we go. Let's put in all of this. Bundle. So default will be com.devdectic.trapeze. I'm going to use this as a package name as well. So you can also have variables inside the YAML file, which is pretty cool. So what we're going to do now for iOS, we're going to set the bundle ID to the bundle ID. We're going to set my version to 1.3.3.7. Can we do 4? I don't know. I don't think so, right? Let's do the build number 42 and version is 0.1. Product name, Simon's app. I'm going to keep the display name. I don't want to mess up my build settings, so I'm going to leave it like it is. But we can actually have changes to the plist. So in the past, I always had like this, like when we were using the camera, capacitor. When you're using the capacitor camera, for example. Oh, come on. Plugins. Sometimes Arc feels really slow. Or it's just me clicking too much. But I don't think I'm the problem, right? Camera. For the camera, you need to set the NS camera usage description. And you also need to use the NS photo library. To add images. To capture images. I'm not going to include the bundle URL schemes. This is just a simple test. So now if I run this, I should be able to run this also only for iOS. YAML, learn YAML, variables, JSON, Android, platform Android. Okay, these are all the settings you can change, and we're gonna try and change our manifest as well in a second. Here is iOS, different builds, version, build number. You can also just say increment build, which is pretty cool. Display name, product name, plist, replace. Okay. Yeah, I think I used the entitlements as well before. I think this was for something like deep links or so. Modifies JSON. You can all, this is nice. I think you're actually also able to copy in files, right? This is what I want to do. Targets app. Let's see, how should this look like? Can we do this side by side probably? Probably not. Oh, menu, go away. I want to do copy. Yeah, this is certainly not the right indentation, but this should be. So I want to copy from, okay, now I just need to put in a random file in there. Let's see, I'm gonna put I'm gonna put an image in here just for testing. So copy source download.jpg, anything. Now it could be, of course, any kind of JSON file, like the info plist or anything. Let's do this, and I'm gonna copy it to Simon image.jpg. But what is app? Okay, this is iOS. Okay, cool. Okay, quite a few changes in here. I would really like to run this for iOS only. How do I run this for iOS only? Anyone knows how to use this? CI/CD workflows, examples. This is the basic YAML, capacitor. Okay, this is how you configure it for React Native. This is actually pretty nice for React Native, I think. If I probably only supply the iOS project from the command we had before, let's give this a try. Well, I anyway only have the section for iOS in here, so maybe it's enable to find no such file iOS app download. Yeah, you should copy it in there. That was the whole point of the exercise. Okay, So what did you do? You updated also the Android manifest. This is always doing it. Info plist was changed. This is cool. This is really, really cool. Take a look at this. I can now go into the info plist and we have the privacy camera usage description and the privacy photo library. Like this tool, thanks for asking, Andre. That's a good point. What is this tool about? Trapeze is really just about configuring your native projects and automating things. Like installing the Capacitor camera. I think in the future, they might tell you that, hey, just add Trapeze to your project, and then we can automatically, when we add the Capacitor camera plug into your project, we will also automatically add these privacy settings, because it's actually as easy as just having the plist entries here in the config YAML. So I'm sure the Ionic or Capacitor team will be able to figure this out, so we can even use plugins more easily in the future. That is actually my prediction. That's also what I expected in the beginning when I saw Capacitor configure the first time. But anyway, it's also great for, like, sometimes you might not want to share your whole iOS or Android project in the repository for some reasons. Then you could still have a config YAML that has all the settings that are required to update, like the bundle ID, the provisioning profile, or whatever kind of settings you usually do inside of Xcode. But I'm a bit sad that my file wasn't copied. What was your problem with that file? Unable to copy, no such file or directory. iOS app download JPEG. Oh well, yeah. Probably more like this. So now it's copying over the download JPEG to iOS app Simon image JPEG. It's not appearing in here, probably because I'm not adding it directly to the app. So Xcode and adding files is always a huge fun, very funny. But if you had like a Google Services JSON file, if you implement push notifications, I think we had that question before, you can now easily put that file in your project and it will copy over the file. It would be nice to know more about Trapeze and how the Capacitor plugins work with. Push notifications need configuration in the actual iOS Android project, but this should be configured in Trapeze. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that configuring push notifications should be able with it. So what we do, well, this part here, changing the app delegate, this is not something Trapeze can do or will do. What else do we need to do? I don't know exactly what we need to do. Like, I haven't written guides about push notifications. I know it requires a lot of steps. But usually it's about like copying a Google Services JSON into your project. You can do this with Trapeze. And it's about setting some key in the info plist, which is also possible with Trapeze. I actually... Didn't I, like... I feel like I used this before. I feel like I used this in some tutorial. I don't know exactly where it was. Let me look this up. Well, I can't use for Trapeze because it wasn't called Trapeze before. Maybe in the one for universal links. Yeah, configure. That word, of course, appears just like iOS setup. Yeah, I did do this. Damn. Well, this is about Cordova. This is not even using Capacitor. Where is my post? I've written about this before. I'm so sure. Capacitor deep links. There we go. I'm sure this was the tutorial. Right here. No. No, this is the configuration. Yeah, there we go. Capacitor configure. Here it is. I finally found it. So this is what I did. I added entitlements to the app links. Okay, it was not about push notifications, but it was about adding entitlements. And this was also pretty cool. Like, this is something you usually have to do inside Xcode. I can show you. You usually go to Sign Capabilities, you click the plus icon, and then you select, I don't know what we want to do, something with URL, right? Yeah, some kind of capability. And you can do that part as well with your file right here. So under entitlements, we could add capacitor app links. Let's do this. Let's not hide the file, but actually run it one more time. Trapeze run config YAML. I think you can tell this to automatically run so it doesn't ask all the time. And now we see it changed the iOS app entitlements, and you can see this when we open Xcode and go to signing capabilities. There, under domains, we have now the devdectic.com. I know, I'm sorry. Do we have like a lens or something? No, of course I don't want to like screen zoom. Is there no accessibility tool or something on a Mac? Anyone can help me? Is there like a tool to zoom part of the screen? Is Blind Ray in here today? He would probably know more about this. Screenshot script editor. Crisp. Anyone? Anyone knows about a tool to zoom in? Otherwise I might have to go to Raycast extensions. Do they have something? Enable touch bar zoom. No, this is certainly not what I want. Do they have something about zoom? Probably everything is just about, yeah, zoom. I don't want to do zoom. Well, anyway, the entry is in there. And I've been able to change this option command and equals what? Zoom to enlarge screen? Yeah, I want to zoom. How do I zoom? Zoom to enlarge? What? In system preferences, okay. Zoom to... Is it under accessibility? Okay. How does this work? Oh, I don't want to... Command Shift 8. I feel like I don't want to do what I'm doing right now. Oh, that was cool. No, just nice. Cool. That was cool. So now you can see this. Nice. That's actually cool. Yeah, you can all see the changes that it applied here. The associated domain was added. All the chattings here, my name, my bundle identifier, build version, everything was changed. We could even include like custom frameworks now. So Trapeze, definitely thumbs up for Trapeze. Go give it a try. There's also, like, this is the easy way. You write this one YAML file. You write this one YAML file and then it just runs from there. Or you can also use the project API. So let's do this for fun. Actually, I'm gonna add this, but reset all the other fun in here. Remove. I could just check out dot, I guess. Yeah. Well. And change trapeze. Yeah, it needs to be uppercase. I don't want to get into trouble with any of you. And I want to remove. I don't want to remove them. I want to reset them. Always making the same mistake. Okay, let's see. npm install Trapeze project. So to write custom scripts and code that manages iOS and Android targets, you can use this. This is like using it under the hood. Hey, Samir. And once again, thanks, Brett, for telling me how to enable this. I'm definitely going to forget about the shortcut, but it's pretty cool. Okay, make sure the DOM lib is enabled in your TS config. I have no idea if that's the case. Yeah, DOM is enabled under lib. Cool. API, do you initialize the project, set the config, initialize a new... Okay, I think we just need to create a file like this. Let's do a new config.ts. And do it like this. Okay, mobile project root await. Top level awaits are only low when the module option is to set. We can do this. Better like this. Oh, I did this. When the module option is set to ES. Didn't I change the module option? I did. And what's the problem? And the target option is to set to ES or higher. Target, what's our target? Well, let's do it. This better now? Oh, come on. Target option is set to ES27. I still remember when I tried that the last time, I also had problems just making this TS file work. Call it from Oliver with Trapeze. What's I don't know, you're confusing me. Reika's gesture Trapeze. My head is spinning. I think I need to rest soon. Get the main. Yeah, I just want to do something. I just want to do something like this. Cannot find app target. Oh yeah, it's like this. And then they have target name and build name. Get the build bundle ID for the given target. Pass the build name as optional second param. Target name. I'm gonna go with the last one here. I think we can use app target.name. I'm gonna set this. Yeah, I'm gonna set this to live test. So the only problem now is how do I run this? Hey Rasman, welcome. It's almost over, but you can still rewatch it anyway. We're just experiencing some minor issues, and that is how do I just run this TS file. I think this was the biggest problem I had in the past with it. So I feel like I could just probably use it with bun. Wouldn't it be a nice case for using bun? How do I just install bun in this project? Oh no, I'm just gonna go straight to hell if I now also add bun in here. Well, I think I just probably just could run something with Node. This Node. Well, can I actually run? Yeah. I think for running it with Node, I would have to transpile it first. Well, let's keep it there. You can use it as well from code and write some cool code, or you can use Trapeze with a more easy YAML file. I think for like the regular usual developers, this YAML file will be already a big help. I think we're gonna see in the future like default YAML files which you can just input your stuff and then it will do the changes. Probably also plugins will add their entitlements or the plist entries or the permissions they need to a config YAML file, so everything works a bit more automated. I don't know about this, but definitely I liked it when I checked it out before. You can see actually my video Capacitor configure. I did this when Max was first working on the project, and I talked to him about a few changes and things he implemented, and he was really responsive back then. So how to automatically configure your Capacitor project. November last year, so a year ago. This was already about this project, and I think I also had the problem, like I definitely had more weight back then. Okay, here Max also explained it, so I should put the link into this video. Where does max start? Max starts at somewhere like, yeah, somewhere here. Time equals, how can I make this with the right timestamp? Come on. If I just refresh, probably. Timestamp. Can I do like 14 minutes and 3 seconds? Oh, nice, it works. Max about capacitor configure. I'm gonna put this in here if you want to check it out, anyone. There was actually a nice explanation from Max that he gave me about this tool and where he sees it. So probably share from the UI and click the checkbox. Brad, you're so on a different level than I am. Some people just know all the shortcuts. Now you've helped me twice on this stream. Anyway, yeah, this is where Max explained what capacitor configure is about and why it's pretty cool. So back then I also tried to use it. Did I use it with code? Yeah. So I put everything into a function, as we can see, and then I compiled this. Yeah, that was the solution back then. Okay, cool. All right, I actually also wanted to show you something else, but we're probably going to do this like next week or so. That is portals. So I've seen portals before, I've used portals before. Are you or anyone interested in portals? Let me know in the chat so we can maybe do something about this next week. I also have a few questions lined up, so we could also do a Q&A at some point. And there was something else. Let me do this one. Oh yeah, we wanted to have a remake stream. I wanted to do a native script stream in the next time. At some point, I think in the next week, I'll also check out Flutter. So I've just did a small video about Xcode 14. What is different with Xcode 14, Jam? I think I haven't installed Xcode 14. Can you quickly let me know what's like? Because usually with Capacitor, Ionic, or React Native, there's not a lot you need to do in Xcode. You just touch it to build your artifact in the end or something. Like, is there anything big going on with a new Xcode version? Please let me know. New settings. Okay. Yeah, well, I'm maybe gonna install this and then we can also check it out. And besides that, I just hope that I will stay healthy. Hola. Okay, you confused this. The other Simon from the podcast is in Indonesia. It's not me. I'm still here in Germany. I'm still here in my home office. It's not me. I'm in Germany. I'm home. But if the other Simon Barker is here, greetings to. Actually, I think he traveled today to Bali. And tomorrow morning we have a podcast recording, so it will be interesting to see if he's in there. So if you don't know the podcast, All the Code podcast, 2 episodes per week where Simon and Simon talk about things. We really enjoy it. We're getting more and more subscribers and feedback that people like our conversations, so give it a try. You can find it at allthecode.co/podcast. Actually, you can also find it on Devdectic on my blog. Why do I link to Simon's page all the time? I do have a page for our podcast as well. It's devdectic.com, the podcast, best podcast on earth. Next episode coming tomorrow. Again, we still need to record it, but you can already look forward to it. So, I'm happy that we could reconnect after 2 weeks without a stream. I hope you enjoyed this little introduction to Trapeze. If you got any questions, as always, let me know on Twitter. Check out the Ionic Academy special, which I linked in the chat if you want to learn Ionic with React and Angular. And then I will hopefully catch you next week. So, as always, until then, it's been a pleasure with you, talking with all of you. I really enjoyed this, and I'm happy we did this. So come back next Thursday, and we're gonna hopefully have all a great week of great code. So